Almost every trip north of San Francisco along the coast leads us at least to this very beautiful spot, a little piece of New England in California. Oh, this is the village of Mendocino, which these days is a popular tourist attraction, but still is a very real small town. Sophisticated art galleries, gourmet restaurants, and top-of-the-line inns fill these historic wooden buildings in Mendocino.
This chair works just right.
Buildings long protected by the town's heart and soul. A man frequently found ensconced in this barber's chair in front of the old firehouse. I mean, this is no ordinary chair. I mean, this is a throne. This is a.
So I've got to flip back and everything.
Hey, what's this chair do? Fogey Gomes has earned the right to sit right here. He was the volunteer fire chief in this town, built of wood for more than 50 years.
Yeah, you can look at all these. We saved them one way or another.
For his work, he never earned a penny. But he did earn the admiration of his neighbors.
He's probably the most respected man in Mendocino, and he has been for many years.
It's just home. You know, you get a home and you love a home, and this is it.
Mendocino is a home worth loving, and of course, a place worth visiting. Thanks to Fogey and his friends, it still stands, and he still sits, keeping a watchful eye almost every day. Just north of Fogey, past public parklands and ports for fishermen of all species, is the community of Fort Bragg.
Is the big new brewery.
And another fellow well worth meeting.
So right over there, that was your funeral home?
That's my funeral home.
Retired funeral director Brian Farrelly has made Fort Bragg his home for 50 years. His old funeral parlor has been here quite a while too, but it isn't what it used to be.
Funeral home, church,
junior college, and now it's a pub. Isn't that good?
That's very good. How do you feel about having a pub?
I think it's wonderful. I should have had it there before.
These days, the North Coast Brewing Company is a very good place to grab a bite to eat and reminisce.
When this was the mortuary, what happened right here in this spot?
You would ask that.
I would.
This is where the casket was, right here in the corner. And then
from caskets to kegs, the restaurant is owned by the same folks who make 6 kinds of micro brews across the street. But it wasn't good beer that put Fort Bragg on the map. It was big trees. This town grew up on lumber. There still is a lumber mill here, and reminders of a time when timber was bigger than tourism.
When the town first started and the mill first started, one of the owners of the lumber mill built this beautiful big mansion for his wife. The home was not enough to keep her. The town was pretty wild and woolly in those days. And she never lived.
Although the bride refused the house and fled the town, the rest of us are invited to visit the lovely Guest House Museum to see how the wild, the woolly, and the elegant once coexisted in Fort Bragg.
There's the old mill as it really began. That's how small the mills began, and look how big we have the mills running today.
Also still running today is the famous skunk train, which leaves Fort Bragg and takes passengers on shaded rides through the woods near the coast. The skunk train offers a wonderful trip, and so does the Highway North. From Fort Bragg, it passes ranch lands at the base of steep mountains, and finally bids farewell to an impenetrable stretch of coast, turning inland towards a world of redwoods and rivers before rediscovering the ocean a few hours later.